Christmas!
Hello, how are you? It's Rickshaw. Verba here. Let's talk about some spooky stuff. Why? Because we're trying to raise all those beautiful toys for all the kids that we can. How are we going to do it? That's where you come in. You bring a little toy down to press time in Welland, Ontario. Guess what? You're going to get a free tea out of it. Bring that toy. It's going to be great. You're going to feel good. It's going to be fantastic. The kids are going to rip it open, get it for Christmas. Big, yeah! And we're going to talk about spooky stuff all the way until we get there. Ain't that right, Verb?
Baby, yeah, we are. We're moving along. We're getting closer to the big day. Are you nervous?
Yeah. Nervous.
There's going to be great. There's going to be people everywhere. There's going to be dogs flowing. There's going to be toys. It's going to be sick. You're going to premiere your new movie.
Pimento.
Set entirely in a bowling alley, I think, right?
No. It's all at the shop. It's at a print shop. Okay, Verb?
Oh, because you guys work at a print
That's
shop.
right. Get your head in the game, son. Okay, we do everything at the Press Time Warehouse. Got it?
Cool. Okay, yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, baby. Actually, I told myself I wasn't going to do this. I didn't want to just be like, I'm going to tell you exactly whether I like it or not right now. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, let's wait.
Let's dig in a little bit, and let's start off with the idea that this puppy is a found footage film. Me personally, I think that is a highly effective way to get spooks, to get the scares, man. I think if you do found footage, for me, right away, I'm a little bit more creeped out than if it's like a studio film.
For sure, there's something about it. Like if you let yourself just like dive right in with an open mind and pretend like you have a feeling it might not be real, but if you're willing to just like lock in and kind of just like see what happens,
totally,
it's spooky for sure, and you can do so much with it. One cool thing is like, so this one really, we'll get into the plot for a second, but like a lot of the moments just focus on a camera that's on their bed when they're sleeping. Yeah. And you're just sitting there in silence, no matter where you are, and you're just like watching, and you're looking at every single part of the room, trying to figure out like, okay, what's gonna happen? Like, did that door move? Was there a shadow there? Yeah. And I can't remember if I saw this one in the theater, but I think it would have the same effect in the theater, which would be cool, where like every single person there is just completely silent, just focused on what's going on and trying to find little things.
Dude, so that's exactly what happened to me. I did see it in theaters with a pal of mine. And dude, I'm not kidding you. I had goosebumps all over my entire body, like, like 15 times. Literally, man. I'm not even kidding. I was like petrified in the movie theater. And usually, I mean, I consider myself a pretty avid scary movie watcher.
Yeah.
And dude, I was like super freaked out.
It is scary. You don't know what's going to happen. It's almost like they do the opposite of the jump scare. So like the jump scares are there, but there are times when you're waiting for it. So you're just bracing to have it happen, and it doesn't happen. Like sometimes there's a couple times when not much goes on, and they just wake up the next day.
That's called tension and release. Okay, bud.
Let's kind of start from the beginning and talk about, well, the movie just starts out, you're basically just seeing a couple in their house.
Yes, but it does start out with them filming it because the girlfriend of the couple is having these like feelings again that she's had before, and her boyfriend's like, hey, let's catch this on camera.
The boyfriend's not really taking it very seriously. They're like no-name actors as far as I know, which is kind of what you need, which is cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And when I was watching it, the rewatch, they were very believable at first, which helps too. And they're good. Their acting is good. So you're believing that they're real people. They're kind of bickering back and forth. So you're watching.
Dude, definitely. And I thought that the performance, well, not necessarily the performance, but the writing of the boyfriend character, Mika, I thought that it was so on point because I could see any freaking bozo I know acting like that if they're significant others. Like, oh, I see ghosts.
Yeah.
Then I bet me or you would behave that way.
Be like, oh, you do? Bring it on. Where
Yeah,
are you? And that's exactly what he's doing. And that's when I start to like not like him as much. But I think that's
sure.
kind of the whole point. You're not supposed to like him. And the more he acts like a jerk, the more his wife or girlfriend starts yelling at him and getting super like annoyed with him. And then
Right.
then they're just bickering back and forth. And that kind of was annoying to me. But I think that
Okay. I thought that added to the realism.
It it did, but it took me out of it a little bit. How kind of douchey he was, how he was being. Like he was just like doing the exact opposite of everything she wanted to do. She said, don't bring a Ouija board into the house." He brought it in.
Yeah,
Demon set it on fire. So
that's what I do with stuff I don't like.
so
Set it
it's
on
actually
fire.
one part that I thought was funny. So it's revealed that this girl, this has happened to her before. It happened to her when she was a kid. This demon was somehow attached to her and following her around. And set her family house on fire. It would stop happening for a
It's no
while. Then
good.
when she got like to be 13 or so, it started happening again. Um, One part that I thought was funny was when he was kind of giving her a hard time, and he said, "You didn't tell me any of this. Like we moved in together. You had
Yeah.
no warning, nothing."
Yeah, I know, but dude, like how do you approach that conversation? You know, like
That's kind of what she says.
is it? Cuz like
Yeah, she's,
I can't remember exactly what she says, but dude, can you just imagine like being on the receiving end or telling that to someone like really? Oh,
you
okay.
also
So you've
wouldn't
been
believe it.
yeah, some demonic force has been following you around for since you were born, huh? It also set your house on fire. Interesting, because the police report said it was electrical. You know what I mean? Like no one's gonna. No, one, I don't know.
Could you imagine if a demon attached themselves to you, but he didn't want to hurt you? He was just pure mischievous, like just
Yeah,
constantly hiding your car keys.
buddy, that has happened to me.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
you,
your brother.
baby. No,
Oh
you.
yeah, it's me. Taking the chocolate milk out of your fridge, putting it in the cupboards.
Absolutely. Eating a sandwich right out of my locker.
You know, you know who else was a good actor was the doctor that they bring in too.
Yeah,
He sold it. I was sold on him too.
totally.
They call him in once. He kind of tells him like, this isn't my expertise, so you're gonna have to call somebody else. They call that person. He's unavailable. So he ends up coming back. But the instant he comes back, he knows he shouldn't be there. He walks through the front door. He's like, this guy doesn't want me here. This demon.
It's
Like, I got to go right now. And he split.
it's like something just stunk so bad. He walked in
Right.
there, he's like, something reeks. You know, you walk into a room, it's just dog fart everywhere. You're like, I gotta bounce. That's
Yeah, yeah.
exactly how he was coming into that room.
Yeah, he got right out of there. And he would tell them the truth. He didn't sugarcoat nothing.
No.
They would ask him questions. They were like, "Should we leave? We should go to a new house." He's like, "Oh no, that won't work.
No point. I don't know why you would. It's not gonna help.
It'll follow you." And
Damn.
but Mika also doesn't listen. He tells him specific things. Don't try to contact him. Don't aggravate the demon. And Mika does all of it. All of the
He's
above.
been poking the bear the whole dang time, and guess who pays for it? Him.
He
And
gets
his
taken.
girlfriend.
Yeah. So I guess the movie ends. Let me tell you the part I thought was the creepiest though first
Okay.
was just the straight up. So I don't know what night it is, but you've been watching them sleeping in their bed forever. On this night, the demon just decides to grab her by the leg. So you see her get pulled slowly out of the bed and then just like out of the room. She starts
Dude.
screaming. She starts screaming, and the boyfriend Mika goes to run after her, but before he can get out of the room, the door just slams so hard, and
Oh.
that one gave me the creepers.
The one that I thought was freaking fantastic is the doors just like,
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm just like, it's like, that's just, I don't know. It's so believably real that just like little thing could happen. I don't know. That one gets me every time. And I think it's like the first scare.
right. Yeah, it's creepy. Usually, I think we talked about this before. How this like type not so much a found footage, but like the paranormal stuff isn't
Mm.
really my favorite out of the whole like genre. But I think
Yeah.
because this is found footage and it feels a bit more real, I was down. And it made me, again, I've seen a few of them after this. It made me want to like revisit the whole franchise and like keep going.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I'll go back and watch the others in the thing because I think I've seen most of them once, but
Right.
this is one of those ones where just the first one is if they would have just stopped there, that would have been
That would have
great.
been fun.
Totally would have been fine because it's just really, really good. And it's another one of those movies where I know we keep doing this NSYNC BSB comparison. They definitely ripped a page directly out of the Blair Witch book in the
For
way
sure.
that it's complete like DIY filmmaking. I think the budget for this was $15,000 or something like that. And then it makes super money. Okay, that's one thing in common. Another thing was that both were advertised as this is just some footage we found, and
Right. They
both
tried to they
marketed
tried to
that way.
market it that way. Even like
Yeah,
the beginning of the movie kind of tells you
yeah,
that
exactly.
they thank the family for providing this footage, and
Totally. And
it
I
just
think they
gets
don't
you thinking.
even list the actors or director or anything at the end.
Yeah, they
I
really
th-
want you to think that
yeah,
it's the real deal. So yeah, I agree. I think that was taken. I think Blair Witch. We'll talk about that in another episode, but I think
yeah.
they did an even better job at that. They
Well, yeah, they are kind of the first to it. So
right.
like I think that they did too, and that one's a little more like gritty and like super scary too. That one's also like really, really like anxiety filled, which is
Yeah,
I kind of like that sometimes.
for sure. And you have to. It makes you kind of use your imagination. Like you got to try to like figure things out for yourself. You're not necessarily like, seeing the bad guy
Right,
ever,
right,
really,
totally.
which is
But
awesome.
dude, Paranormal Activity is very freaky.
How does it end? What happens? So Mika's done. We all knew it was coming. He
Yeah,
he played with fire. He got burned. Scarecrow.
that's yeah. He went up
Uh,
like a house of cards. Is that a saying?
let's yeah, I think so. Tell our friends how Mika went down.
I think it's when her leg gets yanked out of the bed and then he goes trotting out there and then his body comes slamming back into the room like
Yeah, kind of
almost
flying
like
into the camera.
yeah, like he was like thrown into the room. Katie comes back into the room like acting kind of like weird, like walking strange and stuff. And I actually found that really freaky too. And then she kind of looks at the camera with this weird little like macabre or like maniacal kind of thing, and then she turns like into a demon and attacks the camera.
Yeah, and kind of gives it one last little,
Yeah,
and then it ends, which is perfect. That's all you need.
sure.
It's all.
Literally,
Um,
that was the only little like, if I had a critique, was the fact that she turned into the demon to attack the thing. I think if she would have just like smiled and like walked out the door, it would have been a little bit more scary.
I think so. Yeah, because there was already a scene where she was like sleepwalking and doing some weird stuff, but
Yeah,
she didn't
yeah,
remember it. So this would kind of be the exact same. I do
yeah.
think she's gonna snap. I can't remember the second one. I don't think she's in it.
I think
I
she
think
is.
is she? I thought maybe
Yeah.
that revolved around her sister or something. But so I guess she does
Uh,
snap out of it. It's been so long. I'm sure you're probably right.
yeah, I don't know actually, but I think she's in more than just one. Well, I had just one more question. This is not to do with this movie, but
Okay.
after we spoke about Hereditary, and then I
Yeah.
told you to check out Ari Aster's film from college called There's Something Strange About the Johnsons, I think is what it's called. Did you?
Well, I'll answer that question with another question. Me and you went to school together for a very long time, elementary school, high school. How was I with homework?
Not good.
Hasn't changed.
That wasn't even homework, dude. It was extracurricular.
Well, I don't need more. I don't need more credit.
Ah, dude.
But
Okay.
no, I will. I This is funny because I 100% said I would last time, and then I 100% forgot. And now I'm telling you,
Uh,
110%, I'm gonna watch it next time.
All right, all good, buddy. I mean, forgetfulness is in your nature, so I'm not even mad at you or anything at all.
Let's. Do we want to rate this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll go first. I'll take the honors. I liked it. I'm gonna give it a good solid 7.9. almost an 8,
Okay.
but not quite there.
Fair. I also like it. I've seen it probably for sure 3 times. I put this puppy at a 7 period. Yes, it's good. I like it, but like for
it feels like you're trying to justify your answer. You feel bad.
no, I don't. I would feel bad if I gave it like a 3.
Yeah,
But
we're not talking Friday the 13th here.
Yeah, you really didn't like that one, huh?
Oh no, I thought it was pretty good. We'll talk about that at a later time.
No. All right, fair enough. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in once more.
Keep watching them. We got a bunch more to do. We're having a fun old time.
Yeah, I gotta say, Verb, I am having a freaking blast. I want to thank you personally very much. You know how dear you are to my heart, and I love you, buddy. And
I love you too. Thanks for bringing me on board.
Of course. Well, oh yeah. So like after we did our last podcast, or like when this is a few days back, and I ordered that pizza, I just realized like, wow, I'm having a lot of fun. I had a pizza. I had a good chat with Verb. I went back downstairs and watched more movies. It was great.
I think maybe we keep something going after this is over. Maybe we spring into something else. Maybe we come back at you next Halloween.
Spring. Well, I think that's a given.
But maybe we should finish this one up first.
Peace out, you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one.